Okay, we did for the charcoal spray, we did supervised and unsupervised, and the unsupervised, I, I really don't like it that much, but for the supervised one, kind of, you have to calculate the accuracy and stuff. So my point is we could do the Las Vegas one. This time I will do supervised and then I will do unsupervised. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to create a new document. So I will say SLV this time. Supervised. So go to blank. So once I have a blank, that I will navigate to my folder. I will save it. Okay. Making spatial decision. Go back. Click OK, and so supervised Las Vegas. So now I'm going to connect to folder and first add a new map first. So the urban planner here we're going to do is perform a supervised maximum likelihood classification and then compare the percentages of land from the supervised and maximum likelihood classification with the unsupervised classification derived that we did in previous video. I'm going to right click on my folder first, so desktop right here, click OK. So alright, and first the urban planners examined the unsupervised classification of the two identified watersheds in the Las Vegas area that was produced in Module 5. Then the planners asked for a supervised classification of the watersheds. Now they will like the GIS company to analyze the two Las Vegas watersheds based on the same classes: evergreen, developed, scrub, or shrub, and barren. So they also like the company to provide a maximum likelihood classification. The planners also will like a chart showing percentages of the land types to analyze the types of protection and restoration needed for each watershed. So along with a comparison with the results obtained from an unsupervised classification. So we're gonna write a paragraph and stuff, blah blah blah, and we will have the deliverable for this video. So the first one is to supervised classification using the spectral signature with 4 classes of land cover: evergreen, developed, scrubbed, shrub, and barren. And then a comparison of percentages of land cover of supervised classification and the unsupervised classification from the previous module. Of course, we will write analysis and use maps in PDF format or just JPEG, describing the types of protection and restoration needed for each watershed. So the questions are both quantitative and qualitative, and they identify key points that should be addressed in the analysis and a presentation. So here we get started. That we will have the data. I already get the folder connected. We do not have to extract any folders. So the same way it will be Las Vegas. S. Add to current map. Add to current map. Okay, I don't think this one is added yet. Okay, so now I have everything added to the map. So now I'm going to reorganize it. So when we add data to a map, the ArcGIS Pro creates layers for each data source, and the layers reference the actual source data and can obtain many different display properties. For example, we can change the colors of layers, how they symbolized, and the layer name and labels. So first, I will move this up. It will be area of interest. So right click on it and area of interest. And the second is our highway. Once I have a highway, then I will have a rivers. And rivers, and then I will have a water. And urban, capitalize it. Once I have urban, I will have the watersheds. And then land set 2011 perfect and states. Move it down, and I'm gonna property no color. So kind of like transparent. Alright, so I have the states, and then the water is fine. What is the thing that, oh, okay, that's the land set. Let's say zoom to layer. Okay, and rivers is weird. We should be fine. So rivers, and we have a land set, and we have everything. Going to save the project. So now we have to look at what is the spatial reference. Go to property and go to source and go to spatial reference. So WGS 1984, we have to change it. Okay, right click on it. Go to, it shouldn't be 18. Because for DC that was 18. That it shouldn't be 18. So now we have to specify its environment settings. So it will be 11. So now I'm going to go to analysis, go to not tools, go to environment. So our workspace should be good, and output that I have to specify one stay plane. It will be stay plane UTM. So NID 1983 US feet. Okay, then no, not stay plane. It's UTM. Sorry, my bad. Okay, UTN 1983, and then zone 11. There, click OK, and click OK. Output coordinate system. Everything is all set. Now we will create a process summary. So the process summary is simply a list of the steps we will use to do the analysis. It is important because it will allow us or others to reproduce the work, which suggests using a simple text document for the process summary and keep adding it to it as we do the work to avoid forgetting any steps. So the next list shows an example of the first few entries in a process summary. Now we're going to download and extract the map package, add a watershed with urban, water, and highways, and perform a supervised classification. The first part that we're going to do is, of course, that we will clip the feature first and the watershed. Where's the watersheds? Okay, here is the watersheds. Yep, turning on and off. There is the watershed. Okay, so the watershed here, I'm going to do the urban yellowish and no color. Click apply. So I'm highlighting the area. Now, maximize a maximum likelihood to supervise classification using spectral signatures with 4 classes of land cover, evergreen, developed, scrubbed, and barren. And we will click the multiple spectral land setting to select watershed boundaries. So now clip Las Vegas wash and clip this wash. So I'm going to do it separately. So now I'm going to open attribute table. So I'm going to select this and right click on it and do data export features. So this will be Las Vegas. Las Vegas. B. Las Vegas boundary, okay, and then I will have the detrital B, okay. So I'm going to switch, right click on this and data export features, and this will be this will be detrital B, okay. Click run. So then I can use this clip to cut my to clip imagery. So let's go to imagery and raster function. So we will clip. Okay, clip. So this will be Las Vegas. Okay, Las Vegas. Okay, I clip it and then I have to clip again. Wrong button. Oh. Yeah, okay. So raster. Clip again. So input. No, not the clip one because it's not inside that. Oh, I think I did it wrong. So I might have to re-clip again. So this will be detriment, and I need to click this, create a new layer. There. So this is fine. I'm going to rename it. So this is detrital wash, okay? But this could not be fine. Map clear. Remove. There. So I did it, okay? This will be Las Vegas. So now I have Las Vegas, and I'm going to put watershed wash, okay? So I cut everything, clip class, Las Vegas wash, and clip detrimental wash, and collecting training samples. So I will do one at a time. So one at a time. One at a time. I don't see any green. Oh, right here. So those are the green. Okay. Excuse me. Now to collect training samples, that we will go back to our tool. Training. So for the training, collecting training samples, let's review a little bit. So in a supervised classification, we already know the classes to the study site, and we have a sample locations in the study site that represent each class. So we will create a land use map from satellite image, and the classes are water, developed forest, crop, pasture, and wetlands. We must assign each location in the study area to a known class, and the more sample locations we identify as belonging to a class and the more homogeneous the cell value are within a class, the better the result classification. And the locations identifying the known class locations are called training samples, which I did a lot in ERDOS. So select the Las Vegas wash and go to imagery classification wizards. So it is supervised, and I'm gonna change it in pixel classification schema. Use the default, and okay, save as training samples. I don't have to add anything. Okay. Click open training samples. So open training samples. I'm going to delete everything. So I need water. I don't need water. So here I don't need water. Yeah, I do need water. Collect samples for watershed. That's weird. I would need evergreen. Okay, develop land and scrub and barren, and for each. So I don't need water. So I'm gonna delete water. So I do have developed. I do have evergreen. I don't have evergreen, so I will just change this. Can I change it? Yeah. So I just say evergreen. Event value 1. If I add new class, so actually I can just select this. I have developed barren, and then I need is the shrubland. Do I expand this? I don't need wetlands. Okay. Herbicals, planted, cultivated, a different land type. Added properties. So that name I can change it here. Yeah. Scrub / shrub. Okay. Click OK. So now developed. Now finally I got to zoom in. So develop. Let's collect the develop first. So now I'm going to add develop. Okay. So those are the developed area. Okay, we can see the houses and everything. Okay. Now I'm done with the developed. Now I'm going to change it into barren. So for barren, within Las Vegas, okay, so those are the barren land, which just sand, barren. That's weird polygon, but it's okay. So those are the barren land. Yeah, those are the barren land as well. Okay. So this area I'm gonna to collect a little bit as well. Okay. Okay, so now next, evergreen forest. I don't think there are some evergreen forest. That doesn't look like it. So okay, that's the evergreen forest. And then a little bit more. There. Alright. Continue. That's a little weird for the evergreen for Las Vegas. Okay. Well, I guess it is evergreen because people spend money to keep it that way. So this like forest. Those are the evergreen. And those area I do not think. So then it will be bushes and brushes stuff that along the valley line. Okay. There. So I should have enough, and then I'm gonna click next. So support vector machine. Let me go back to previous. Yeah, that's the fourth thing I need. Once we have it, then sample manager, and we collect the sample and support vector machine, and classes is 500. That's fine. And then click run. Click run will create a temporal preview classified file that appear in the contents pane, and we will click next to open the classify pane and use the following parameter. Wow, cool. This part is not really did a good job. There are some pink here. It shouldn't be. Okay. And it shouldn't expand it there and with this pink as well. But a lot better performance in here. Yes, okay. So then click next. So I'll put classification data set. I will say it's supervised and save. Supervised save. Okay. And classify form, we do not save anything. Then click next and then run. Then we should have it. And I'm gonna do one at a time. So once this is done, then save this will be Las Vegas. Okay, Las Vegas, and I'm gonna change the color code a little bit. Evergreen. Oh, I should do evergreen first. Or evergreen. And I have everything flipped a little bit, which is fine. I do think there are some issue here, but it's not perfectly accurate. because according to the book, I see there are some area we didn't detect any of the pink, but for some reason there are some pink spotted around some places. So this could be a town here. So if I change it into area imagery, we could see. Okay. So okay, and this will be Las Vegas. So I'm going to type Las Vegas. Okay. For Las Vegas, I'm going to right now I don't have to do anything yet. And describe the speckle, and we will do the we will perform the post processing, and then we will describe it. And I still have to do the second one. Okay, so comparing watershed, so that's the last step. And we will put it into map. So, okay, so I think this is a kind of good result. Click next. Can I switch around? Nope. Okay, then we will have a final data set. So I don't think I can change it. I don't want to mess up with the data. So far, so good. And I just have to color code it a little bit more. Or I can just use this default color. I feel it's already half the color they identified, and I could change it a little bit stronger color so that it show a lot better. So now click OK. The same with the previous one, it generate many layers. So I think I will do the same for the other one, and once I have it, I will move on. So instead of going back forth again and again. So I'm gonna okay, this is just not LA, LV, Las Vegas. I always type LA. Okay, now I'm going to do another one. So then this is click this one. Okay, the supervised pixeled. Okay, and pixeled schema. Use the default. Go to next. So delete water. And in this classification, we do not have, it's not this one yet. So the detrital wash, do I have to have the development? And I don't see the development there. I think what I will do, I will delete the... not again. So the textbook has something wrong with it. This project has something wrong with it. So if we have the developed area, so if we put the developed area, it could be an issue because if you put it there for development and this unsupervised, you do not have this classification. So arbitrarily, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the developed. So I just have a barren forest, and shrubland I will change it. So this will be forest, and delete this. Okay. delete this, and delete this. Okay, so for shrubland, I'm going to edit property so I can change the name. So change the name into scrub and shrub. So scrub and shrub. So here you can see the name match and the color match, and I don't think I'm gonna use anything there. So the barium. Okay, let's look at the barium. So for me, oh, there could be some cities here. See? Some cities could be here. But for the if we want to compare that everything should be the same, that when we do supervised classification, we should exclude this development area in the digital. Because the digital, I didn't see anything for development. Okay, so the same way I'm going to do is I'm going to just ignore the development area. So I would say barren, so those will be barren. Okay. I'm going to add barren, 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 jagged, barren, jagged, barren, barren. Okay, evergreen. I really do not see much evergreen. That could be an issue. Okay, you know what? Appearance. So I'm gonna do is custom. I'm going to do as false color. Okay. Click add. Now it will be a lot easier for me to do the editing, not so for the false color, 432. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, and then 3, and then 2. 4, 3, 2. Then I would say evergreen is right here with the red color. Yes, which is true by looking at those area. The accuracy for this two exercises has some issue here. So, okay. I'm going to select on it. Close it out. Select again. I don't really see other places has more of the red. Okay, that's it. Now don't want to mess up with that. Okay. Okay, for the last one, I would say there are more barren than shrubland. Okay. Then I have everything. Click next. Run. We have to do the supervised again because to compare with the Las Vegas, it will look a lot better and it will be very interesting to look at on it. Okay, so vector support vector machine, cool, and this one I'm just say detrimental save. Okay, I just classified detrital classified run, and then next, and so cool. Next, see, I click more for the shrubland, so you can see more shrubland here. If I circle more of the barren land to get more samples, so the more samples will show up there. So this is the road we can see for sure. Okay. Okay, this evergreen, so evergreen, cool. And then we have everything here. I will change the color at the end, so I do not really worried about it right now. I'm not really worried about those things. Click run. So once we have it, and then I will remove everything except that two things. Then I can do the post-processing. For post-processing, it's a lot of procedure as well. That the salt and pepper thing, some isolated pixel or small regions that gave us the speckle appear. So post-classification process removes noise generated by these errors and improves the quality of the classified output. The generalized analysis tools are used to clean up enormous erroneous data in a raster, or generalized the data to remove unnecessary detail for more general analysis. And erroneous data can result from several common resources. So classified satellite imagery may contain small areas of misclassified cells. Conversion issues can arise from raster having different formats, resolutions, and projections. So, well, that's how we have tools to deal with. So now I will just name this detrimental. The treadle. Okay. That's the last one. Okay, so we have the LV and everything here. When we classify, we will use majority filter. Okay, input raster, supervised. Okay, then I will remove all these. That's a lot we do not need, okay. Slow. A lot layers to remove. So it's gonna take a while. And then we will go to Analysis tab to find the majority filter. Remove. Right click on it, remove. 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 Okay, here I have a lot to remove as well. We don't need all these, so I'm gonna right click on it and remove. So we can remove a couple layers at a time. Remove. It's not working, or it's just being slow. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna remove for now. Oh, it's just slow. Okay, so now I'm going to analysis, majority filter. So majority filter spatial analysis input feature that we have Las Vegas first. So Las Vegas and majority 1, and we will change it into 8. Output, so I just use the name and then I will let it do it one more time. Click run again until we have 2. There. So this is 1, and then I will use 1 to run it again. So input, I will use the 1. So and output raster, it will be, so Las Vegas MF2 8 majority. Click run. Okay, so once I have it, and then I will do boundary, and once I do boundary, and I will save as a layout file. There. So now it look a lot nicer. The same way, majority filter again. So we will have to do our detrimental. So change this to 8. Okay. Now going to run it again. Okay. Now input is this, and I will say detri2. Detrital MF2 8 majority. Click run. Perfect. So now this is done, and go to tools. So boundary clean. So boundary clean, spatial analysis tools. So boundary clean, we use it already, so that will help us to clean the boundary, so which smooth the ragged class boundaries and clumps the classes here. So input raster, so first one, it will be Los Angeles MF, and then boundary, okay. We will sort ascending. And uncheck this, click run. Okay. The same way I will do it for boundary. Boundary, I think I just run it once. Okay. Detri. Okay. Ascending. Do not. Okay, click run. Perfect. There. So now, different color scheme. Now I could change that. I don't have to do anything. So then I can calculate. So I think I'm done here. So it's just a lot of procedure, and you have to be careful for the unsupervised. Hopefully I could calculate it. Okay. So hopefully. Okay. So now label and create a layout file. Okay. Now I'm going to label it. So 0, right click on it and go to symbology. Symbology already zoomed to layer. So the first one, 0, it will be developed. Yes. 0, it's developed. And then we have a barren. And then I have, next is evergreen forest. Just say evergreen. And the third one is scrub and shrub. Change the skin color. Develop is pink. Okay, and barren. This. Okay, evergreen. Green. Shrub. Okay. Maybe a little darker. There. So, evergreen. This green color is a little weird. I'm gonna change it into this color then. I really don't like this color. Okay. That looks a lot nicer. Okay, and then right click on this, and I don't have to do anything anymore, so I do not think I will do. So I'm going to remove this. Remove, okay. Do we need Las Vegas? Boundary. I guess, yep. Okay, watershed boundary. Watershed boundary, I can just do the same way, no color, and change it into this color, and 2.5, okay, there. The barren, it's a little awkward color. Going to change it, okay, the barren color. There. So now my red color, for watersheds, I'm going to move on top. And property, not property, symbology. Let's make it thicker. There. Okay. And I don't need those separate layers. Apply it, yep. Okay, I don't need this. Remove. Remove. Okay. Remove. 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 Okay. Remove. Do I need water? Nope. Remove. I'm going to change the base map. Okay, base map to map. Base map to National Geographic. There, so highway, I don't need highway. Remove. Okay, remove. Remove. I can put the urban on top as well. Actually, I do not need the urban, so I can just remove it. Do I need states? I don't need states. Okay, so I just have to label these, and the accuracy, it could be a little issue here because I didn't put the color for I didn't put the classification for development, but it's okay because I just want to use the same method and compare in the same way instead of just a really weird way here. So the first one is barren. The second one, it will be evergreen. And the last one is shrub and shrub, scrub and shrub, and change the color. So the first one, barren, which color I use it for barren? This one, yeah. And then evergreen. This one. Nope. And then shrub. There. That's the second map. And the issue is, hopefully we could do is open attribute table, and I can be able to add a new, not add a new row, add a field. So percent and float, percentage. Just change it into 1. Click OK. Click save. Nothing, no issue here. So I have to redo the Los Angeles one. So I'm gonna open it up and redo everything. Then I think I'll just create a folder. Just say Los Angeles 1. Okay. So let's get the table first. Close this out, and this one will be count sum. Okay, count sum. Okay, then I have the other one. Cross this out. Count sum. Okay, everything is ready, and then add a new field. So it will be percent. Here it will be float, and then percentage. Okay, change it into 1. Click OK, and click save. Everything is ready. Okay, so now everything is ready. I'm gonna right click on it again. Okay, so right click on it again. There. So open this table. I'm going to write down the number and open it again. So for the Las Vegas, we have total for Las Vegas is cell size 5396123. And for for this one will be 0. For this one, then I will have I could redo it again. And include the developed in this area as well, so that I just don't separate them. And until at the end, I will separate them. Okay. So that I can calculate things. But now I think right now I'm good with just using to match with the unsupervised classification. So 5396123, and then this one is 1904427. And to calculate for this one first, so calculate field, it will be count, divide, this is 5396123, and times 100. Click run. So we will write down. Okay, so I have the number 1 is barren. Found some error. Close this out. Right click on this and open symbology, and here is barren. Okay. So the first one is developed as 14.1%. And number 2 is barren. Barren is 62, which makes sense. Okay, barren 62%. And for evergreen is 1.9. Yeah, 1.9. That makes sense. And then we have a 22 for shrubs. So those make sense. And then do the detrimental one that we can compare to land, calculate field. So count divided by, so this number 1904427 is 1904427, and then times 100 and going to run. Once we run it, and that doesn't make sense. So because I think I need to collect more sample for the barren. So now we know the data has some issue that we could send more people over there. So this 8.4%. Shrub we have that's a lot, 62.5%, and then 29.2%. So if we have a more land for the it could be we could have a more shrubland, or but it's impossible given to the area. But it could be possible. You can see the peaks and those green area. So and some forest area like these. So that they planted some of the trees, and you can see some area around near those green-ish. So okay, that's everything in here, and I'm going to finalize, produce our map. Okay, that's how it finally looks like, but I don't really believe that this pink color is the developed area. So the accuracy we could question on it when we write up. So, and to insert a layout, insert a new layout there. That's the new layout, and I'm going to map frame. So that's our map. Bring it here, and I'm gonna do layout, navigate, and going to activate the map there, so I can drag it here. Okay. And the symbology is the same, so I'm just gonna insert, go back to layout. Okay. Legend. Symbology is the same, so I just add it here. I have to do something. I'm not gonna add to legend because I use the same color schema. So the watersheds, yeah. For watersheds, let's just label them. Open attribute table first. And yeah, I'm going to calculate field. So it equals to field name and dot upper. Okay, run. And then I can label it. So now I capitalize it. So I'm gonna do labeling watersheds. Okay. Label. And then hollow, change the fonts. So go to symbol, go to hollow, and there. Click apply and go back to appearance. So I'm going to make it maybe 12 and see if it's big enough. Okay. Alright. There. So that I will put Las Vegas and detrimental watershed analysis. So then scale bar and everything. Okay. And our table for sure. So shrink down a little bit and drag it up. Alright, so now I'm gonna do my map. I only need just one legend, and my north arrow, I think I'll just insert it here, north arrow. North arrow here is fine, okay. And I will add a title. Scale bar, dynamic text. Okay, where is the dynamic? Right here. Alright. And this time I don't want this. Convert it to graphics, okay. Right click on it and ungroup them. I'm gonna delete this and put this right here. And my scale bar just down below here, so that should be perfect. Okay. Make it bigger and ungroup again. So this one, I'm going to delete it. And this will be land cover. Okay, land cover. Group them. And right click on it and go to properties. And then go to background. So background, it will be this, okay. And go to property, I'm gonna do 50% transparency. Click OK. Click OK. I'll just do 30% transparency then. Click OK. Click apply. There. Look a lot nicer, but I need a rectangle to cover it up a little bit bigger. There. So the rectangle, I'm going to draw it down and right click on property and solid fill symbol. It will be solid fill and no color. Yep, and then property, the same one, 30% fill. Click apply. Okay. Now it look a lot nicer. And I still have some empty space here, which is fine. And I need a scale bar here. So let me just change the scale. There. Okay. I could move the map a little up a little bit, so I'm gonna activate my map. Okay. That's it. So back to layout. Scale bar. not kilometers, mile. Okay, 40 mile. This is perfect. Okay, and right click on that property. Map frame. Okay, and 10%. I'm gonna change the color. I don't need a outline. So color property, yeah. The same way, 30% transparent. Click OK. Okay, perfect. So I don't need a box, so this just looks fine. Okay, very nice. And then we can just insert a table down here and the spatial reference, and then everything should be all set. And a title. Okay. Next time I will finish this, and then I will start with the supervised again, so that we can have two maps to compare. Thank you all.